Hello and welcome to the Academic Center for Writing presentation on the literary analysis technique known as ecocriticism. This presentation was written by Judson Wood and Scott Powers, writing specialists at Mountain View College. Ecocriticism is rooted in consideration for the environment. All that gives meaning to life is found in the natural order, so there is an interest in the textual connections between nature and mankind, and literature reveals that nexus. A true understanding of humanity derives from a deeper understanding of his environment, that he is a product of it, not its master. Ecocriticism as literary analysis judges the value of a work based on these emphases. Ecocriticism as literary activism seeks to hold man accountable for environmental health and places natural issues at least on equal par with human concerns. Although the roots of ecological awareness in literature go back quite far, ecocriticism as a formal type of analysis is quite new. The devastation of 2 world wars and the Dust Bowl led Aldo Leopold in 1949 to envision that a future global community ethically must include all of its elements, animate or otherwise. Carson's Silent Spring gave rise to the environmental and ecological movements of the 1960s and 70s. Roykert officially coined the term in 1978, and as ecological issues have evolved, so have the concepts and precepts behind ecocriticism. Humanity has forever sought knowledge and understanding of the world around it. The quest for understanding created the sciences, and ultimately the language with which to convey this knowledge. While the sciences sought to explain how things happened, writers and poets wondered why they happened and what significance they held. The Romantic poets marveled at the beauty and majesty of the natural world and tried to unearth the metaphysical connections between nature and man using only language. This appreciation, even awe, gave rise to the environmental and ecological awareness that would eventually foster ecocritical analysis of written works. Here is an example of a text ripe for ecocritical analysis, Mont Blanc by Percy Shelley. Notice how humanity, the natural world, and the universality of their relationship echo throughout the first part of this famous poem. The everlasting universe of things flows through the mind and rolls its rapid waves, now dark, now glittering, now reflecting gloom, now lending splendor where from secret springs the source of human thought its tribute brings of waters with a sound but half its own, such as a feeble brook will oft assume in the wild woods among the mountains lone, where waterfalls around it leap forever, where woods and winds contend, and a vast river over its rocks ceaselessly bursts and raves. As scientific and technological innovations moved forward from the mid-19th century to the present, so too have modes of communication and definitions of text. The invention of telecommunication, the discovery and manipulation of subatomic particles, the development of binary digital language, and the decoding of the human genome are the historical events that parallel the development of ecocriticism and eventually its offspring, new materialism. When one considers that eco-criticism begets the new materialism, the term biosemiotics contextualizes the scaffold relationship between matter and text. That interactions between elemental particles of matter, such as physical and chemical changes among atoms, represent forms of communication. Thus matter becomes text, and the interactions become narrative. So, beginning with the Romantics and throughout the modern age, deeper understanding of the interactions that make up the world around us and how we as conscious beings fit into those interactions has led the eco-conversation from awestruck admiration to a critical dialogue of the role of human progress in ecological and environmental concerns. The new materialism claims that matter is text and that its interactions become its narrative. Thank you for watching this presentation by the Academic Center for Writing on the literary analysis technique of eco-criticism. For questions about this or for any other aspect of your writing, please stop by the Writing Center in room W114. Thanks again for watching.